Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know? Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know?
What's up? Welcome back to my channel. Ignore this little guy right here. Really ugly. But I didn't feel like putting on makeup. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how adults and teachers treated me in school, and I've already filmed this twice. And the first time, I was like, that does not look good. And the second time, I was like, you can't hear me. So, we're going to try it again. I think it's crooked. Before we get in this video, make sure you hit that like button and you subscribe down below and you hit that post notification bell so you know whenever I post a new video. And without further ado, let's get on into it. So let's start with the first person, or the first adult that knew, like after my parents and my grandparents, everything. The first adult in school that knew was my counselor. Well, that came to me and asked me, was my counselor. So I was in 5th period, which is my 7th class, and they called my teacher, who was ironically pregnant the same year. They called her and told her that they wanted me in the Guidance Center. So they called her and told her that they needed me down the Guidance Center. So I was like, crap. Like, crap. But at the same time, I was also like going through my head, like, what in the world did I do? And then when it hit me, I was like, oh crap. Because I thought they were gonna kick me out because our school was traditional. And I didn't really know how they handled pregnancy in high school because I didn't really have any friends that had ever been pregnant in high school or like known anybody that was pregnant in high school. So the way my school was set up, it was a huge T. So the civics room was in the very back left of the T. The Guidance Center was all the way at the bottom of the T. So that walk felt pretty long, and it was pretty anxious walk because the whole time I have no idea what they're gonna do to me, if they're gonna kick me out, if they're gonna make me go to the alternative school. I had no idea what they're gonna do. So I'm walking and I'm just thinking the whole way down, like, this is it, like they're gonna kick me out, or like, you know. So I eventually get down there and I go into the Guidance Center and I go into his office and he sits me down and he's like, I've been hearing some rumors, and before I did anything about it, I wanted to ask you and like get confirmation from you of what's going on. And I was like, okay. And he looks at me and he says, I've been hearing students say that you're pregnant. And like I was on the verge of tears. Like there was tears in the bottom of my eyes. Like, and I just looked at him and I was like, yeah, it's true. And I remember being terrified, like the most scared I've ever been, because he doesn't know me. He doesn't know my academic background besides what's on record. He doesn't know my attendance. He doesn't know anything about me. So when you see somebody and they're, 14 and you find out that they're pregnant, your first thought is, that's a bad image. For me, that's a bad image. For the school, like that's just doesn't look good. So he was like, okay. And then he kind of laid out the alternatives. He kind of told me the rundown of all of it, what would go down, what would happen. But he did say, like, I have to tell you this. Like, I have to let you know that there's other places that you can go. And I looked at him and I was like, I don't want to leave. Like, this school, like, you had to apply to get in, and then if you were accepted, you had, like, there's it wasn't like a competitive school, but you had to apply to get in, and people who lived in the area didn't just, that wasn't their like home school, like that was a school that you had to apply to get in. And so I was like, I don't want to leave, like I want to stay here and I want to get my academic education here. And he was like, okay, well, you know, this is always an option, this is always a point that you can come to, and if you ever have any questions about it, like you can come ask me. Like he was very open and honest about it. But they did push it on me because, you know, that isn't a good image for a traditional school. I didn't even know of any other girl in high school that had been pregnant, because that's such a taboo thing. Like, people don't talk about that, people don't discuss it, people don't put it out there. Like, that's something that's kind of like pushed away into the closet and left alone. So after that, he was the first one I knew. Well, then word started getting around because students were whispering, they were gossiping, everybody knew. So I started getting some looks here and there, and they weren't necessarily like mean looks. They were more of a like judgmental look, like I know what's up with you, like that kind of look. So, and those judgmental looks kind of hurt more than like mean mug looks, because judgmental looks, like, you know that they are judging you, they are judging your life decisions, they just think that you don't have it together, you know, that kind of stuff. So in a way, those kind of hurt more, because if I had mean mugs, then I know that like, oh, like you don't like me, but I don't really care. But like judgmental looks, I don't know, they just vibe different. So after that, and after teachers started like staring and looking, I kind of got used to it. You know, as my stomach got bigger, it was more of a expected thing. I would go into school and, you know, I'd just walk around and do whatever. Like, I mean, not like do whatever, but like I wouldn't, you know, go into the bathroom and cry, because I knew that was expected. I knew it was gonna happen. And there's a couple things that rubbed me the wrong way. The first time my pants didn't fit was a pretty hard time. I remember sitting on the bed that morning and crying because my pants would not button. And before I was pregnant, I was 110 pounds. I was so tiny, you know, I wore like a size 3 or size 4. Like, I was super, super small. So for my pants not to fit was a very strange thing, because I had never had that happen before. And I was very upset. So I went to school in yoga pants that day, because that's all I had that fit me, because I didn't have any maternity pants, because I didn't think I was big enough for my pants not to fit anymore. And, you know, outside of school, all I wore was leggings, yoga pants, etc. So I wore a pair of yogas to school, and I went to the assistant principal's office, and I told him, like, you know, this is what's up. I don't have any maternity pants, and we had to wear a uniform to school, so this is why it was such a big deal. And he wrote me a note for that day and said, get some maternity pants, but for today I'll let it go. And I was like, yeah, let me just like Amazon Prime some maternity pants to my house. Like, so that kind of made me mad. And then the maternity pants, like, I was so small, like the maternity pants just didn't fit me right, ever. So I was so aggravated, I was so frustrated. I think not having things that fit me and having to wear them, because like that was school code, and I know I chose to stay there, I know, like, that's on me, but it was kind of like a self-confidence downer. Like, it was hard. Another thing that really bothered me was substitutes. Let me tell you what, I know I was only 14, and me telling them I was pregnant sounded like a freaking lie pulled out my butt. But these teachers literally looked at me like I had freaking 3 eyes and I was from another planet. There was this one time that I had to pee so bad. And so we were in English, and I told the substitute. And I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. And she was like, no, you can't go right now. And I looked at this girl next to me, and I was like, did she just tell me I couldn't go to the bathroom? It's like, I know you can't see that I'm pregnant, but like, really, I can't even go to the bathroom? Like, you're really telling me I can't even go to the bathroom even though I'm not pregnant? Like, that's like the thing that gets on my nerves the most about school, is that you're only allowed to go to the bathroom so many times. Like, I understand some students take advantage of that, but like, really? There's a limit on how many times you go to the bathroom? So the girl next to me was like, oh, no. Like, she's not gonna do that. Like, we're gonna take care of this. I was like, okay. Like, I was not wanting to talk back to teachers. I was like, okay. So she looked at her and she was like, she's pregnant. She needs to go to the bathroom. And she was like, the sub was like, well, hurry up. I was like, for one, rude. And for two, what do you think I'm gonna go to the bathroom and do? Like, skip a period? No, I was not that student. So those things kind of just irritated me, because I didn't want to be treated differently. But some things, like, I had no choice over. Like, my pants not fitting, I couldn't control that. Me having to go to the bathroom all the time, I couldn't control that. And those subs acted like it was such an inconvenience for them to let me go to the bathroom. It was not all peaches and cream being pregnant in high school. Because they really, I didn't want to be treated different. They didn't really treat you different. But those are just some of the things. PE really wasn't that bad because the teacher understood. He ended up actually doing my home hospital for me after I had her, which is basically like they bring your schoolwork to you. That way you can still do school, but you don't have to go, and it's like approved that you can stay home. So he ended up doing my home hospital stuff, so he was pretty chill about it. Most of my teachers were pretty chill about it. My French teacher, really before that many people knew, pulled me back after class was let out, and she said, I heard about what's going on. She was like, I just want to let you know that if you ever need anything, like, just let me know, like, we're here for you, blah blah blah. She was super super sweet about it. So it was only a few that kind of just irritated me, but it wasn't like the worst thing ever, but it definitely wasn't the most pleasant thing ever. But you're also 14 and you're also a freshman in high school, so I guess that's it. There really isn't much to the story, not much juicy details, because it wasn't really that bad, but it was definitely, definitely wasn't a normal student. So there's that. Make sure before you leave this video that you like and you subscribe, and you leave a comment about what else you want to hear. Throw ideas at me. Shoot your shot. Let me know. And I guess I'll see y'all next time. Bye.